Hi, my name's Chris Thomas. Welcome to the Entrepreneur Show in partnership with Dukascopy TV. This episode, I'm going to be talking about my first company. Well, I started my first company in late 2008 with a friend and then business partner. I'm going to talk you through the steps and actions that we took back then and what I would do nowadays, 6.5 years later. Firstly, the idea. I always come up with fresh ideas, but back then, this one really stuck. I just knew that I could make money from it. Firstly, I took the market price of the product and worked backways to find my overall costs. I did this in a simple spreadsheet. At that point, I knew the maximum price that I could pay for the products to then make a margin and then be able to sell them for profit. So eventually, I found a good UK-based source and was able to negotiate bulk deals with them. Meanwhile, I had a website being built from scratch. I designed the layout, the functionality and the flow, and I had a team of Indian web developers creating it. 6 weeks later, the website was up and running. In addition to using the website, I explored other distribution channels, mainly eBay and Amazon, for selling there too, and ended up mainly using the Amazon professional service for most of the business. I started with one part-time employee as well, and for the first 2 years of this project or this company, I ran it whilst working in the financial industry at the same time. And I made money, but not much. Then I left work to focus on it full time. And I took a new business partner on, a former flatmate who I got on very well with. He was keen to get involved on a permanent basis. So together we created a German distribution channel, a mirror image of our UK operation. And this proved to be hugely successful, as our competition in Germany was just not that great. Hence, we made far more sales at far higher margins. As well, the euro was extremely strong against the British pound back then, so we made even more money because of that. Then we got wind of our supply chain drying up. Firstly, they blocked all direct sales to Europe, out with the UK. So I very quickly asked my outsourced workers in India to collate lists of retailers in all the European countries and then get them to send an email that I wrote. Within a week or two, we were doing large wholesale deals with 7 or 8 European companies until the supply chain completely stopped. However, at that moment, I was lucky enough and confident enough to buy up huge volumes of condoms and place them in storage. From our calculations, we then knew that our own retail sales were far more profitable than wholesale sales to Europe. And so that's what we did until the stocks finally ran out. But what would I do differently now, knowing all that I do? Well, firstly, you may already have noticed that we only had one product: condoms. We should have expanded our product lines and created larger shops and included cross-selling. Point number 2, capturing customer data better. We didn't really know how to capture customer data effectively. We had loads of it, but we didn't know how to work Google AdWords properly. It proved too expensive. And we didn't understand customer lifetime value or other measures. From that, we could have created effective marketing and advertising materials. Point 3, having several fully functioning distribution channels. 90% of our business ended up being done on one distribution channel. And we had problems, big problems for 2 to 3 months with that distribution channel, resulting in huge drops in revenue over that period. If we'd had more distribution channels, we wouldn't have had a problem. And number 4, iterate constantly for new improved ideas. We should have been in a position to create a new idea, test it, measure its success, and then make it even better yet again. We knew about split testing, but we didn't really have any functionality to help us, nor any processes in place to manage it effectively. So if you do the same, what should you do? Well, I would start by recommending you target multiple products that complement each other. Weed out the weak ones and try and replace them with stronger ones. The same goes for things such as marketing campaigns, customers, etc. Keep testing in small batches, and those small batches that do work can become larger. The ones that don't are cheap and quick, so learn from them and move on. And most importantly, keep positive and have fun. My name's Chris Thomas. You've been watching another episode of The Entrepreneur Show in partnership with Dukascopy TV. Until next time, see ya.